Nam yo ho renge kyo. Nam yo ho renge kyo. Nam yo ho renge kyo. Hi everyone. Happy day. Today's been a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you all for being here with me today. My name's Noelle. The name of my show is called Taste My Love. And the reason why it is called Taste My Love is because when I go into a creative space of preparing my foods, as well as many other things in my life, I bring awareness, I bring consciousness and intuition, and I do many things in my life, especially with my food preparation. I bring in a ceremony, so I do more of like a flow of ceremony. And what I by being conscious and using intuition, what I is when I am preparing my foods, when I touch my foods, I thank my foods for all of the things that they're going to do for me, all of the nurturing they're going to provide for me. I thank the foods for, I thank the farmers. I thank everyone that is involved in creating these integrity-based ingredients. I put my love, my energy into creating these foods. And one of the other things that I do when I first start, before I start preparing my foods, I light my candle. Okay, so the reason why I light my candle, typically I light a candle, a purple candle, because that represents creativity. It also purple is a color that connects you with the divine as well. So I bring in that purple candle. If I don't have a purple candle, I usually will go to a white candle. And today is kind of like that situation. Hi Heather. So today I'm going to be using my white candle, and which white is also another color that is connected to your intuition and the divine and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with that candle. Now I'm going to walk you through what I actually do prior to lighting this candle. So typically what I do is I hold this candle in my hand and I put intention into my experience of what it is that what I want to produce in this, this food preparation. So I'm just going to speak as I would normally be speaking when I'm doing it on my own. I'm so grateful today to be able to have this time, to be able to prepare this meal that is going to be of the utmost, highest vibration. I'm so grateful for the Mother Nature, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Jungle for providing these delicious, nutritious ingredients. And I call in my guides, my light-working ancestors, my light-working spirit guides, my light-working goddesses, my light-working gods to guide me during this process of creating this high vibrational food. I thank you so much. Ho. And then I light my candle. That's what I do first. And I just, place that aside. So I put all of that intention in, and then when you light the candle, after putting in that intention prior to lighting it, you light it, so it's like the intention that you put into it, it lights the way. It lights it brings in all of the energy that you put into that candle, and it sets like, it's like being in a tunnel and you have that light and it's going to guide you on your way. So that's what I did. Now, the other thing I do before I actually start touching anything, preparing any of my foods, I always prepare my dishwater. I'm sure you've heard of it, heard me mention this in previous episodes. This is something that the woman that birthed me, what she taught me to do. You always start with your dishwater. So if you need to wash your hands, or you need to wash a dish that you need to use again, you already have that dishwater available. Or if you spill something, you can, easily wipe it up rather than it, transferring all of this stuff and making more of a mess. It's about bringing in that intention. So that's what I did already. So what we're going to be preparing today is, hi Medina. Yes, intention is very, very important, absolutely, in everything that we do in life. So what I'm preparing today is actually a vegan plant-based antipasta. So I'm super excited about that, preparing this. This is a new dish that I have never actually created prior to today, and I'm going to guide you all through it, give you the ingredients, the measurements, and so forth. So thank you, Medina. Thank you. And your beauty as well. So what we're starting with today, I did some of the preparation already, and I'm just going to kind of guide you through what I'm actually, all the different types of ingredients that I'll be using today. So what I'm going to start off with is chopping all of the different things that you're going to be putting in the antipasta. So typically in an antipasta, the reason why it's called antipasta is it's like an Italian dish, and you use a lot of different types of Italian ingredients without using the pasta part. So it's something that is cold. Predominantly all of the ingredients that I'll be using in this dish is raw. So some of the ingredients that we will be using today, we'll be using some heirloom tomatoes. So these are the tomatoes. I already chopped them up. See how delicious those look. I got those from the farmer's market this weekend, actually. And I'm going to do my shout outs to the farmers as well. So you all know I go to the Uptown Farmers Market in Phoenix, and that is on Central Avenue and Bethany. It's like Central Avenue and Bethany. And the parking lot is huge. It's like one of the bigger farmers markets here in Phoenix. I love that market because there's so many different kinds of things that you can pick up from over there. And yes. Thank you. And then the other thing we're going to be using is yellow bell peppers. Now, this is something a little bit different than what they probably would typically put in an antipasta, but I make things my own, and I don't follow all the strict guidelines for certain things. I, once again, use my intuition, and I think of all the different types of flavors that I know that will work well with the dish. So we got some yellow bell peppers. Your favorite market? Oh, that's awesome, Medina. I've never seen you there though. Never ever seen you there. And then one of the other things I'm going to be using is fresh basil. Oh, it smells so good. So we're going to be using that in the dish. And then some mixed greens. Got a bunch of mixed greens in here. And one other super cool thing that I'm incorporating in here that's gonna kind of like mimic a antipasta, but in a vegan kind of a way. Typically with the antipasta, there's like ham and like salami or stuff like that, like meats and stuff, but I don't eat anything that's animal. So I love the animals. I don't eat them. So what I'm kind of recreating is like a texture of and a flavor of what a meat would be like, which I don't even like that word. So what I did is I soaked some walnuts, some raw walnuts. I already soaked them. I soaked mine for about 24 hours prior to, and then I kind of chopped them up a little bit, separated them. I added some Italian seasoning to it, which is like a blend of like rosemary, oregano, and like thyme and stuff like that. And then I tossed it with some what is that, salt? This is a new salt that I've been really into lately. It's called, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's red. Alaea Salt is Alaea salt, and it's got these amazing properties. I love trying new things that are very healing for the body, the mind, the spirit, and I get all of these fancy kind of spices from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I love this company. I buy a lot of my herbs in bulk so that I can save money on them, and I also get a chance to try several different types of things. Happy Monday to you, Lanita. Hi. So I love getting my spices from Mountain Rose Herbs. You should check it out. They have so many different types of things. Everything that they have there is organic, certified organic. There's even items that are certified kosher, certified fair trade. They also, one of the amazing things that I love about this company, not only are they organic, as I mentioned, but they also will provide you the information, the data, based off of the different places that they get their ingredients from. So the soil is actually like. So that is just absolutely amazing. So you can actually trust what they are, what they're talking about, or what they have. So with this, with the walnuts, I told you about the spices, and then I added some olive oil to it, and then I tossed it in that. And because of the soaked walnuts, it's going to kind of give it this texture of kind of like of a meat, and then pairing it with different spices and things, it's going to give it that extra pop of flavor. And so if you have some people that do eat animals, then maybe you could try something like this and have them, try something a little bit different. Although it doesn't exactly mimic, flesh, but it is, it's something kind of similar. It's fun to try something new anyhow. So I did that already, and I put this aside. And then what I'm going to make as well, another ingredient in antipasta is cheeses, different types of cheeses, or like mozzarella. Typically, I think it's like mozzarella or whatever kind of cheese. I can't remember, but there's usually cheese. So what I'm making actually is a vegan cheese today. So what that consists of, I already soaked some raw cashews. I already soaked them, same amount of time, 24 hours approximately. I put in some nutritional yeast. I put in some hemp seeds. I put in some almond milk, some Himalayan sea salt, and I think, let's see, yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's all I put in there. So I'm going to show you. Actually, I shouldn't take it off yet, but I'll show you what it looks like before I start grinding it all up. So this is what it looks like first. Thank you, Lanita. Hi, Ami Diaz. So yes, this is what it looks like now. And I'm going to go ahead and grind this up, or I put it in a little mini prep food processor. Because I have some other types of food processors, so it's not necessary that you need like a little one or anything. I am just making something really simple. I don't need my big food processor. This is going to be really easy. It's easy to scoop it out and use it. So I'm going to be adding that to the antipasta too. So I'm going to go ahead and just grind this up. let's see what it looks like here. Oh, that looks looking good. So I'm gonna chop it up a little bit more. All right, let me see, make sure that it is the exact texture that I want it to be. It's pretty close. I want to taste it too. That is, oh my gosh, it's so bomb. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the hemp seeds to it. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you all that that's a staple in antipasta is pepperoncinis. So I will be there will be pepperoncinis as well. All right. Oh, that looks great. Oh, the texture looks perfect. So I'm going to show you all what it looks like. Take it off here. So this is what it looks like right now. Yeah. It smells so good. It smells cheesy. It's got a really wonderful texture. So what I'm going to do on the plate, I'm going to do like dollops of this vegan cheese, and as I everything else. Now, one of the tricks to making antipasta is the plating. The plating is essential. Okay, so you got to kind of get creative with the plating with it. I love plating dishes, making things look really pretty. Absolutely love it. It's, you all don't have to go to a fancy smancy type of a restaurant to get a beautiful plating. You can do that yourself. Treat yourself. You don't have to wait to have somebody else do that for you, or you can do that for your guests as well. So I'm going to show you basically how this works. And let's see. Let me grab my plate. Pretty simple to do. This type of dish is really, really simple. You could actually use this, serve this dish as a main entree if you want, or you can do it as an appetizer. It's a really great appetizer for your guests, for yourself, or whatever. So, but what I'm doing, how I'm going to be doing it today is I'm going to be serving it as an actual entree. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some of these greens on here. And then I'm going to plate it really nicely. So these greens are like a mix of they're called super greens. So it's got spinach, some chard. There's this other green in here. I can't remember the pronunciation of it, but it starts with an M. I don't remember. It's a bunch of mixed greens, and I get these greens actually from Sprouts, and it's also I added some greens, some spinach that I got from the farmer's market as well. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to have a sip. Oh, they're so good. It's a blueberry beverage. We're not going to talk about that one today. Anyways, so I put the greens on the plate. You can tell here. Now you're going to get a chance to see the magic happen. So once again, as I am plating these items, I am in a zone. I am in a mode. I am in a place of gratitude. I am happy about what I'm preparing, and just in a place of love, So I know you all have tried someone's food and they are just really in a really crappy mood, and you can see the difference. You can taste the difference in the food. Now, I've been in situations where people have tried my food and they just absolutely were amazed and got emotional about it. And I think that's just, it's so beautiful to have, for people to have that type of experience with trying my food, you know. And I believe it's because they can really actually taste the love and intention that I put into the plate or into the meal. So what I'm doing right now is I am just putting these beautiful leaves of basil, and just kind of placing them around the plate just to make it look really pretty. And then I'm going to build around these basil leaves. It looks so pretty, you all. I'm going to show you every step of the way that I do, so you can actually see it, get an idea of how I'm doing it. So this is what it looks like right now. These are all of the basil leaves that are placed around. You see how I kind of have it going around in this beautiful like spiral? Yeah. You love basil? Yes, I love basil. I actually have a little basil plant, and I love it. I love having this plant. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to place some of these tomatoes, these heirloom tomatoes. So they were really small ones. And what I did is I cut them up in fourths. That's what I did to just, you know, spread them out. Some people like to keep their tomatoes whole, like the little small ones, like the cherry type of tomatoes. They like to keep them whole, but I like to make things very simple for people when it comes to when I'm preparing food, because sometimes when items are too large, it's hard to, like, you know, navigate with eating it, you know. I just like to make things really simple for people when it comes to food preparation. So I'm placing these tomatoes here, just looking really pretty. And this is what the tomatoes, see, I'm building it. And it's all like this. And then you get to see the magic continue to happen. See, and that looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. So excited that I blew the lettuce. So next, I'm going to use these delicious, lovely yellow bell peppers that I got from the farmer's market this weekend. Just going to build, keep again. And one of the things too, when you're preparing food that to keep in mind is using color, you know, different types of color, because people, when they see the food and there's different shades of color, it really brings that plate alive. It really, really does. You're able to tap into all of the senses, you know, not just the taste of things, but the sight, you got the smell, you know, all of those different things. And then on a deeper level of the senses, you're also applying your energy into creating this dish as well. So you're just tapping into everything. See, you got the yellow bell peppers now. Hi everyone that's here watching. If you all have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. So I'll put the yellow bell peppers there. And then next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these delicious, these walnuts. If you all are just tuning in and you didn't catch from the very beginning, these walnuts have been soaked, and I've added some seasoning to them. They're raw walnuts soaked, and I add some Italian seasoning to it. I added some red Alaea Salt, and what else did I add? Oh, and olive oil. And I just tossed that in there. And the reason why I'm adding this to this antipasta is it's going to somewhat mimic what a meat would taste like. That's one of the staples in a antipasta is like salami or like ham or something like that. So this is just like a vegan version. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this all around. It smells incredible. Smells so good. Just lightly sprinkling these, and then once again, you know, keeping in mind all of the gratitude and love and intention that you're putting into everything. That's essential, you know. That's what this whole show is about, helping people to remember to put love and intention into their food preparation, bringing that back. Now, here are the walnuts. Oh yes. Oh, you just wait, Lanita. I'm about to do that too. I got that on it's coming. So those are the walnuts that I sprinkled on there. They've already been marinated and in the spices and things like that. Now, the next step of what I'm going to add is this delicious vegan cheese that I made. So I'm doing some dollop of it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, you all. I have to be very like civilized while I'm sitting here doing this show, because I would have been like, oh my gosh, anytime I make any kind of vegan type of cheese or something, like I want to like, it's hard to like not wait until I put it on the plate. It's really difficult. So, but I'm going to behave while I'm recording this for you all. So this, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I want to eat it so bad. I can't wait. And then one more little drop right on top. Okay. Now, ooh, doesn't that look so good? Oh my gosh. I can't wait, y'all. I can't wait. I'm all, what time is it? I can't wait to eat this. See, this is what it looks like now. See, as I was telling you, I'm building this plate. The next thing I'm going to add is pepperoncinis. Ooh, I love pepperoncinis. That's another staple for this dish as well. So I'm going to grab those. So we've got wonderful, delicious pepperoncinis. This is a pepperoncini if you're not aware of what a pepperoncini is. Oh, smells so freaking good. Oh my gosh. So those on there as well. Now you don't need very many of these pepperoncinis, because they got a kick to it. You know, they kind of got a spice level to it. Depending on your guests, if they're not really okay with spice, you might want to leave that part off. It's not necessary. You don't have to have it, but you know, it's something that's typically in a antipasta. So there it is. These delicious pepperoncinis. Oh my god. Can you all smell this? Can you smell it? Can you smell it? Get closer. See if you can smell it. Oh, I wish I could share this with you all, but you know what? I'm offering this information to you so you can prepare for yourself, you know? So now the next wonderful thing, Lanita, is I'm going to drizzle a balsamic reduction on top. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Oh my god, it's so good. So I got this balsamic reduction from a company. I bought it at the farmer's market. They sell like these really like high-end, delicious olive oils and different types of balsamic vinegars and balsamic reductions and things like that. They can be kind of pricey, but a little bit goes a long way. And I absolutely love supporting our local people. It's so important, you know. It's so easy to go to the grocery store and buy something, and instead of taking that extra time to get up in the morning, a little earlier in the morning, and support your local farmers or your local businesses. You know, when we do that, we keep them in business. These people that have small businesses, they are the ones that are really, like, they're feeding their families, you know. They get up they get up in the morning, you know, on Saturday mornings, or like the Uptown Market, they have it on Wednesdays too. They wake up and they come in there early in the morning to provide these wonderful integrity-based things, you know. So we need to support them. It's essential. And another amazing thing, the reason why you should go to the farmer's market is because it's important to eat seasonally, and very, very, very important to eat seasonally. And the reason why it's so important is because when Mother Nature is providing all of these different types of, you know, ingredients, you know, like during the summertime, we have the melons, all these different types of melons. So the reason why the melons come about during the warmer seasons rather than the other times of the year, if you're getting a watermelon, and it is not summertime, there's some genetically modified stuff going on there. I'm just letting you know, okay? So the reason why it's available during when it's growing and ready to be harvested during the summertime is because when it's hot, all melons are extremely hydrating. They're also very cooling naturally. So when you eat melons during that time of the year, you are able to cool yourself from the inside and out. You're also able to hydrate your skin. That's very, very important because it's so hot. So when you eat seasonally, you're getting exactly what you need throughout the year. Now, I'm not saying every single thing you should eat is based off the seasons, because I mean, I don't, you know, but I do definitely, majority of my produce that I buy, it is what is available during the season. And I tell you, there are times where I'm like sad because certain things go away, like arugula, you know, I love arugula, but I have to wait until that time. Just with Mother Nature, everything takes time, and the timing of everything, it's perfect. So I just wait. And it's like I'm wrapping a gift when that arugula is available, or when that melon is available, you know, because I haven't had it all year, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good, you know. So that's just an example of why it's so important to eat seasonally. Okay. So, one other thing in antipasta that is a staple is olives. Okay. I'm not going to put any olives on here. The reason being is, I don't know if you all are aware of this or not, olives, the way that olives become olives is they are fermented in lye. I don't know if you all know that. So you are consuming something that has lye in it. So I don't eat olives. I do love the taste of them, don't get me wrong, I remember, but when I learned that that's how it's prepared, I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't really rest well in my brain. So I'm not putting any olives on there. Feel free if you choose to do that when you make your own dish. So back to what I was doing, what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to do this balsamic reduction, and I'm just going to do a quick little drizzle. It is so delicious, and it doesn't require a lot of that particular ingredient. So I'm just going to, I drizzled that on, just wiping, made a little bit of a mess here. So now you see, here is the balsamic drizzle that I placed on there. Doesn't that look so lovely? Oh my gosh, yes. And then the last thing that I'm going to drizzle on here is some olive oil. Some delicious virgin cold pressed olive oil. Just do a drizzle. I'm just drizzling it on here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't wait, you all. Can't wait to have this dish right now. It looks so amazing sauce. So I did that. So I drizzled that on there. The last two things that I'm going to add on here is I'm going to grind up some fresh pepper. Okay, now this is not your typical type of pepper. It is a smoked pepper. I, once again, got this from Mountain Rose Herbs. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Mountain Rose Herbs has all kinds of these wonderful things that you wouldn't normally see or, you know, or be able to get your, you know, on your fingertips. But, oh my gosh, I like get lost like in like heaven, you know, all of these spices and herbs and all kinds of different things when I'm on Mountain Rose Herbs. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. So there's the peppercorns in here. As you can see, they're whole. And once again, everything's organic. Everything that I use is organic. So I'm just gonna grind some fresh pepper on top. Oh my gosh, y'all. It smells so good. The smoked pepper, that scent, it is like no other. Like I do like pepper, but the smoked pepper, it has like a different aroma and a different flavor component to it. So depending on how much pepper you like, go to town, okay? So I did that, added the pepper, and then I'm going to add a little bit of this red Alaea Salt, okay? So what I like to do when I am doing like sporadically adding salt or something, I like to pinch it, put it in my hand, and then just drizzle it around so I can see how much is actually where it's going, things like that. Oh my gosh. All right. And there it is. There it is. Isn't that so good? Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, see you soon, Lanita. I'm trying to show you how it's sliding off the plate. Doesn't that look so? Oh my gosh. And there you have it. This is my vegan style antipasta. So one of the super incredible things about this particular show, I'm just going to share with you before we go, is I'm a part of an amazing network, which is called the One TV Network. Okay, and it's WUN. This network is such a blessing. There's so many incredible souls that's a part of this network. And we have so many different things that we're bringing to the table, different types of consciousness. And I feel so incredibly blessed to be a part of this network. So feel free to check out the website, theonetv.com. We also have a schedule on there, a calendar of all of the different shows. So if there's a different show that you can browse and see if it's something you'd be interested in. You can, set your alarm and so you don't miss it. But although all of the shows run live or aired live, you can always go back and watch them. So if you miss something, you can go back and find it. So it's no big deal. So now, I just want to thank you all once again for being here. And there's another thing before I go, is that I want to thank our local farmers. It is Fresh and Local, that's one of them. Fresh and Local, TJ Farms and Farm Club. Those are two of the farmers that I have gotten some of these ingredients from the farmers market in Uptown Phoenix. So I want to thank them so much for continuing to carry on Mother Nature's legacy. I thank you all so much. It touches my heart. I get emotional about it because it's amazing, with what they do. And I'm so grateful for everything that they offer and they provide for our community. And so check them out at the Uptown Farmers Market. Now I'm just going to end with a chant, chanting Nam Myoho Renge Kyo 3 times, which is called Sancho, and we're going to conclude this episode. Feel free to chime in if you like. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you all so much for being here, taking the time to be of support. I truly deep down inside, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening or morning wherever you are in this world. Ciao.